Shalom. Want to give all praise to the Most High Power, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to the 12 tribe scatters. The double honors to all the mighty men, the elders of the communities doing this work, pushing this truth. And I just want to go into it on this Sabbath day, on this end of days, man. This news is just heating up. There's some more news about Afghanistan has turned into a total all-out war zone. Now the people scattering, the so-called U.S. citizens, the people that was dwelling in that land that thought it was okay, now you got this, you basically got a big war scene out there that's it's escalating, man, and that's through the power of the Most High, through prophecy. These so-called white elites, man, these wicked people controlling this earth, man. Their time, the grip they had on God's creation, they no longer have that grip, and God has brought in the judgment. And us Negroes of the diaspora, the 12 tribes, you Latinos, you natives, all you indigenous worldwide, man, you guys should be celebrating, man, that we seeing the Most High judge these wicked kings, man, and he going in. So it's just getting more and more exciting. So we're gonna get into it. Definitely gonna be in the book of 2nd Ezra a lot today, but let's jump right into it. We're gonna open the book of 2nd Ezra. Let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra. We're gonna try 9 and 22 to get this thing going. Salakia. I'm in Revelation, so. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 22. Because there's a lot of things happening with this, I got to sugarcoat, of course. The pimp and the woman in the global movement, it hadn't been working out as they thought it would. So this is the book of Revelations 9 and verse 22. It reads, "Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect." I'll read that again from the top. 2nd Ezra 9 verse 22. "Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect." That's a cold-blooded verse, man. That's a heartbreaking verse for the Christianity Christians, and also for some of these Christianity Christians in this truth, thinking that Esau Edom not the white man, Esau Edom gonna be given mercy. You know who these groups are, man. Your GOCCs and all their little allies is bringing in the movement to save the oppressor, which is madness. And these guys need to cut that nonsense out, because it ain't gonna be no righteous deliverance. It ain't gonna be no deliverance for groups like this, man. I'm gonna read this verse one more time. This is a heartbreaking verse right here, man. 2nd Ezra 9 verse 22. "Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect." And that's dealing with the righteous, man. The righteous is out here teaching all the camps, Mashal Yashala, all the camps doing this work, man. Chiefly the camps, man, waking up the people worldwide and exposing how wicked these kings are, man, and waking up the lost sheep. That's what that's going into. And if you're not about those brothers doing this work and pushing this thing the way they push it, and edifying and waking up the people who don't know, but they hearken and they listen, and they come home to his marriage, man, hey, this ain't really for you. But for the brothers really pushing this thing in truth and sincerity, God willing, hopefully myself, we be of that hopeful elect, that hopeful deliverance in this final exodus into that covenant. You know, that's what this is about. We not doing these videos and standing camp to save no oppressor, man. We're not doing that for the elites, man. If you can't see that these elites are wicked as hell, especially with the agenda they're pushing, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you guys, man. I'm warning you. Other brothers from different congregations warning you. Everyone is teaching this truth, and we doing it before it's too late, right? And we're gonna push this thing into these wicked elites unplug the internet, man, until they shut it down. If they already pulled off, the Most High gonna give them. He's gonna allow them to do what they can until he shut them down completely. We coming off a lockdown. They may or may not lock it down again, if you know what I mean. I don't think it'll be wise because they probably burn these cities away. But that's to be told. No one truly knows. It's to be seen, right? But the Most High give a harsh warning in second Ezra 9:22, man. That's brutal to be born in vain. But that's dealing with all them groups. A lot of you Babylonians too, man. Christianity, the Vatican, Islam, all them little weird Babylonian teachings out there that teach confusion and madness. And that's triple time for, as I said in the past, Christianity, Hebrew Israelites, bringing in Christianity into this movement. We're not dealing with that. The Most High, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he's not dealing with that. And if you think you could slip in these weird doctrines into this movement, the Most High he's gonna devour you, man, in judgment. With all the accounts out there, with this post-pimp and the woman movement, that's going nowhere fast. We gonna read the next precept. We're gonna read the book. We're gonna go into Jeremiah 50 and verse 9. This is the book Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 9. It reads, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come upon Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken and destroyed. Their arrow shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain." I'll read that again. "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain." And of course, we know that arrows is going into them ICBMs, man. These hypersonic nuclear warheads that's out there. That's why this war in Afghanistan is a big, big thing now. Because we know the Russians, if you go to my Facebook, Yawasop Israel, I've been posting the RT reports how their reports, the Russians is already out there. And, I said this in a recent video, how America claims, this ain't nothing but a front, it ain't nothing but a cover story. They allege they sent 3,000 troops under Creepy Joe, Jim Crow Joe administration, that he's sending 3,000 troops to help the civilians get out safely. Yeah, right. I anticipate warfare. It's already a war zone, right? They're already at war out there right now. But, these elites, I said this recently, war is money for them. War is a way to collect great credit. A lot of you guys in the truth, for the community, y'all aware of this is an Edomite actor, Nicolas Cage. He had this film called Lord of War. And there was another one with two other actors that came out not long ago, where you get these elite suits, buy and sell weapons to the people in need of weaponry in times of war. So this is a collecting time. Imagine the escalating war. In the midst of the war, these elites still collecting their papers, man. There's always a catch with war. War is money, man. War is a monopoly, man. So they know exactly what they're doing. So this whole thing is about game to kind of keep this, keep their agenda in power. But except now, all praise to the Most High power, with this famine on the earth, they're greatly compromised. So even this plan to create wars and, make this scene where they trying to do the right thing, the Most High gonna shut it down, man. He gonna shut it down by way of World War III. And there's nothing the elites can do to stop the judgment regarding World War III. We all know America's gonna be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. The United States of America, its major cities, its allies, they're gonna burn down, man. This place is gonna burn to hell. Straight like that. America's going to burn away. And anyone that's caught up in these Babylonian doctrines, well, it's not gonna work out. As I said before, the agenda going forward in the States, that's even a failure, man. That's a total failure. No matter what they do, the mandates, these restrictions, that's not going to stop the judgment day that's happening. They're being judged now. We slipped into, Jacob's trouble it's accelerating a bit. It's not at its peak yet, obviously. But that thing is popping off, man. And, for the 12, the believers, roundabout, worldwide, just keep teaching this work, man. That's all we got to do. Just do this work in humbleness and sincerity, edify the people, man, and keep pushing this doctrine, man. The scriptures, the heritage book, is the doctrine of truth, man. We ain't pushing no fables, man. We trying to get out of this place, man. I don't know about you guys, man. I don't care how good your job is. You hit the lotto. What could you do in this place, Babylon the Great, man? What can you really do? I mean, I can only imagine if you have a family, how do you explain to your children the weirdness that's going on taught in the schools, man? I sugarcoat. Because I know Esau listening, he'd cut this thing off in a second if you think I'm saying the wrong things. But the agendas out here, highly weird, all this weirdness that's pushed through these, these channels out there, man. Being a parent gotta be very difficult. I have a little niece, man. I want to explain to her what or why she's wearing a damn mask across her face, man. But I digress. We watching the Most High smack this place, man. And all praise to the Most High, man. He's setting that standard for us, man. And we should be rejoicing, man. We should be excited. The Most High setting the way for us to go home, man. That's all that's playing out. And we just got to keep teaching, man. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah 51. I'm going to start at verse 1. Jeremiah 51, verse 1. Thus said the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. The destroying wind, that's dealing with the missiles, just, the Most High. Once that season come through, you got to hope and pray that you're on the right-hand side, man. Because this destroying wind is dealing with the destruction. Read that from the top. Jeremiah 51 and 1. Thus said the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. That's dealing with these ICBMs just blowing this place to hell, man. Verse 2, Jeremiah 51:2, and will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Verse 3, against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifted himself up in his bridgeline, and spare you not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her host. Verse 4, thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans. That's another name, that's like a surname for Edom. And they that are thrust through in her streets. That's brothers is teaching. I'm trying to edify going into these times of Jacob's trouble with food shortages, loss of jobs, people getting desperate, man. People are getting desperate in these latter days, man. It's getting, it's getting hard for the poor people in Babylon the Great. That's right now. I'm going to read Jeremiah 51:4 again from the top. Thus the slain, Slakia, this Jeremiah 51 and verse 4. Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets. That's chiefly dealing with the sword, but that could also mean the gun and other weapons down here. Poor people, these militant groups, they waiting, man. And it's a bunch of them. You got militant groups throughout Babylon the Great. You have militant groups that's just here, man. You saw them during the first lockdown in parts of Ohio, Midland America, parts of Texas. These militant groups, and that's an unknown to the so-called Fed and your law enforcement, because that's a whole nother battle right there. So a lockdown, a second lockdown, this place would be very interesting, man. I wouldn't look forward to going back to work. That's for certain. How you gonna lock it down again where the unemployment is due to shut down? You don't have no more PPI insurance to give. So if you lock it down again, man, you're looking at the greatest purge film ever in real time. That's how bloody it's gonna get, man. And it's gonna get bloody. That's why for us in this truth, all the elders of the community, the camps, man, y'all just do what y'all do best, man. Wake the people up, man. Let the elites talk, man. Like the brother brought out, he's from a GMS camp in Alabama. He's a mighty speaker too, man. These demons are falling, man. And there's nothing they could do about it. There's nothing they could do about it except they're just making threats at this point. Because if they lock down again, we gonna see something we could imagine on these streets, man. And that's anywhere, man. From the cities to the suburbs, it's gonna be like a damn Walking Dead scene out there. It's gonna be so scary. And that's Jacob's trouble more so going into its peak. It gotta happen prior to our deliverance, man. The mighty brother, the younger brothers from WFI doing videos. Like one brother even put out one with a potential blackout, man. All these things gonna manifest prior to the coming of Hamashiach Yahushua, man. We coming into it, man. But this is all entering into this Exodus, man. The deliverance, chariots. Like I said, chariots is you seeing these things every other week, man. That's the time we entering into. So the streets are gonna be tough, man. The streets are gonna get tough. You got massive job loss in America. The damn farmland is damn near finished. You got elites trying to buy what's left, and we already know their agenda. I digress. Let's go to the next. Let's go into the next precept, man. Yeah, but brothers, keep teaching, man. Just keep hitting them street corners, man. That's the most we could do. right? That's the most we could do. Let's open the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse. This is a good one. Isaiah 1 and verse 24. Actually, we're going to start at Isaiah 1 and verse 1. This is Isaiah 1, Slakia. Isaiah 1 and 21, Slakia. Isaiah 1 and 21. How is the faithful city become an harlot? It was full of judgment, righteousness lodged into it, but now murderers. And that could go into the history, the European Renaissance, man, how they hid the truth, hid the people, I always bring this out, man, how they lied on God, time, and history. I'm always going to bring that out in my videos because these so-called white people, they did that. They did the iconoclasm. And they took this land by bloodshed, man. And they still doing it now. That's why I said the United States of America is a super hypocrite to call the Hebrew Israelites on these corners bidding this marriage a terrorist group and put us on a Southern Poverty Law list, call us terrorists for praying to our power to go home while they're not just trying to exterminate us, they trying to exterminate themselves. And we supposed to be happy in that? Y'all, I mean, this place is insane. And, we going to keep calling on Yahweh Bashem, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, man. We're going to call on our Savior, man. We don't give a damn about you elites, man. Because y'all horns are exposed. Even more so in this time, man. And it is what it is. So we going to keep teaching this truth. From the top, Isaiah 1 verse 21. How is the faithful city becoming harlot? It was full of judgment, righteousness lodged in it, but now murderers. We're going to jump to verse 24. Therefore said the Lord of hosts, the mighty one of Israel, I will ease me of mine adversaries and avenge me of mine enemies. This going into the Most High fighting for the remnant elect. I'm going to read that again. Isaiah 1 verse 24. Therefore said the Lord of hosts, the mighty one of Israel, I will ease me of mine adversaries and avenge me of mine enemies. So the Most High already fighting for us, man. He already fighting for us, man. And like I said, we need to be rejoicing and keep pushing this work, man. That's it. We have the best force ever. And, these elites that's angry and just out of their mind now, there's nothing they can do. They in rage mode and, they can't have their way no more. The Most High is punishing them and he's utterly going to destroy them, man, as it's written. The whole agenda was to get to us, but the Most High, he gave these beasts but a short time, man, but they have a cutoff and they basically at their cutoff. So they just in panic mode. Now the Most High getting between them and there's nothing they could do. There's nothing they could do to stop our deliverance, man. So we just got to keep doing this work. I'm going to go to the book of Slakia. You know what? Let me get the classic in Revelation 18 quick fast. One moment. Slakia. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 18 and verse 2. It's just a classic because our people, even in Israel, we just got to keep our mind right, man. And he cried mightily with his strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and it's become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Verse 3, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, meaning Babylon the Great, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Verse 4, Revelations 18 and verse 4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. It's very possessive. Come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. And that plague that's tearing this place up, that agenda, I believe also is an addition to it. You know, people giving in, and it's only waxing worse. The Most High is upon this world, and this thing is being turned upside down right in front of our eyes, family. And we should be very happy that our deliverance is closer, man, a thing closer than our comprehension, man. We can't comprehend how close this is. We can't begin to comprehend how close this day is, man. That's why on my channel, I'm pro camp, and I speak in support of all the camps, putting all our doctrines on the side. Love one another, man, because you don't want the Most High to crack the skies open and see you have beef and hatred against another community or congregation, and that's in your mind, and then the Most High, he don't take you. God forbid, right? That's why we have to work in the spirit of loving one another, and that's it. Not Mr. White Man that's going Sasquatch mode on the whole world, on the whole earth, while he's just trying to do his wickedness and failing at it, obviously now. So we just got to keep pushing this truth. I'm going to read Revelation 18 and 4 again. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. And these plagues is tearing this place apart, man. It is ripping the whole planet apart. I posted a meme to some of the family members in Messenger, man. You guys seen the Titanic? I probably said this in a previous video already. You see the Titanic sinking, man. You can't tell me that's not Babylon the Great, man. The whole thing just going down fast. So all the jakes in the world that think they get a VIP and chill at the top while the thing going down, man, that don't even make sense. And, that's kind of that's one way to look at the fall. But we know it ain't gonna be no flood this time. As I said earlier, the Most High gonna burn this place away, man. He gonna burn this place away. Let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra. Let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. Right? We're gonna read the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 29. It's a classic. 2nd Ezra 13 verse 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. Again, behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. 2nd Ezra 13 and 30. And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. Verse 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. Sound like war to me. That's why you got these retarded Christianity groups trying to infiltrate this movement trying to bring in these heathens. It's not for heathens, man. And this is actually going into a race war, man. So how you gonna have oppressors in the midst of your body, man? So I can't stomach a GOCC and all these other weird groups out there. I remember there was a video, I watched this video, I think early in the year, the Mighty Warrior, man, from the Sakari camp, Gorilla, was trying to reason, he was trying to have discussion with this brother, Ronald Dalton Jr., the old Negro movement. And the first thing I saw him do was make the argument that looked like he was trying to save Esau instantly. And I'm really against these brothers, man. I'm sorry. I'm not supporting that. You know, salute to the brother Gorilla, man. Keep up the good work, man. That's a young warrior right there, man. That's a young warrior king. He has much potential, man. I'm an older brother. Only thing I could do is lift up the younger brothers, man. Only thing I could do is lift up younger brothers like that. That younger brother from that GMS Alabama camp, that's a mighty teacher, man. I can only lift these brothers up. But on what I was saying, Ronald Dalton Jr., it appeared he immediately went to the protection of Esau. And we can't be in the spirit now, man. If you a so-called Israelite trying to save the so-called white man, dude, this is not for you, man. I'm gonna tell them, I'm just coming out with it, man. If you a so-called Hebrew Israelite in this time we living in trying to save your oppressor, this is not for you. I don't know why you're in the community, man. I mean, don't even put on your borders and blues. Just go to church, man. Get out of our community, man. Get the hell out of our community. We don't want y'all here. It's not for you. I remember that. And I said to myself, I remember when that whole movement happened, he had this low-life Pastor Dow leading the ministry. A damn chocolate-covered Edomite, man. And all his videos is to save Esau Edom. The same people that's trying to exterminate every last one of us now. But you got so-called brews in the community trying to save these murderers, man. They never cared about us in the beginning. Been 500 years of affliction. From them slave yards in Spain in the 14th century, from 1619 to 2021. Since when is so-called white supremacists give a damn about a person of color? Are you stupid? That don't even make sense. So for all these groups like that, man, yo, get the hell out of our community and don't come around the brothers teaching on the corners, man. It's not for you, man. It's not for you, man. Just get away from these brothers, man. Let us do what we have to do. Real talk, man. Stay far away from us. And that also go for this cult, this for the record, the Negro only is not part of our community, man. I think it's very low to lose so many debates to many camps to the point where you get frustrated and you want to strap up and see brothers on the corner and shoot at them and hold the Bible and have the audacity to teach the word. The Most High is going to eliminate all these groups, man. Stay away from us, man. So we trying to get this kingdom. We don't need these distractions, man. We don't need these distractions, man. And that go for all these little agent groups out there, these groups that's against the camps, man. We not dealing with that, man. The Most High not dealing with this, man. And he going to destroy these groups, man. All these groups out there are going to get destroyed in these last days. You think the Most High sent this plague and he just going to just dismiss it? He didn't do that with ancient Egypt. He damn certain doing it with Sodom in Egypt, a.k.a. Babylon the Great, and its allies roundabout. He wiping this place out, man. That's why I encourage my brothers in these camps to keep doing what they do, doing the videos, push this work, man. So we could get out of here to this one-on-one and, God willing, the covenant. You know, some of us won't even get that. You know, you gonna purge out the rebels. But where was I? 2nd Ezra 13. I'm going to read Slakia, guys. I'm going to read again 2nd Ezra 13 and 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. That's this final time of war. And we in war now. Yes, we in war right now, man. We already in war. Imagine when this power grid go, man. There's a big probability of a EMP over America. And that'll cap the plague, man. That'll be the final hours prior to our deliverance, God willing. But we'll see, because when you go into those verses of darkness on the land, that's mainly dealing with, the philosophies and doctrines of this wicked Babylonian society. But I believe it also to be literal. But let's move on to the book of Jeremiah 30. We're going to go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, and verse, I believe it's 7 that I want. Yeah, this is actually going into Jacob's trouble. Why not? Jeremiah chapter 30 and 7. Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And of course, that's dealing with the 12 lost tribes, or the 12 tribes of Israel scattered worldwide. That's what that's going into. And we've obviously entered into it, not in its peak, but we definitely entering into it, man. Cannot get around that with the signs and wonders worldwide on this planet, on God's planet Earth, with this judgment that's spread throughout this earth, man. We definitely coming to it again. I'm going to read that again from the top. Jeremiah 30 verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And that's also dealing with the remnant elect. Now, some of us, of course, when you read Revelation, I believe it's 2 and 10 and 11, I believe, go and get locked away. Some saints will get martyred, that's the prophecy too, but chiefly wicked 2 parts going to really get it bad, along with the heathen. But we in the time of judgment, man. That thing playing out. And I again, pay close attention to this war in Afghanistan. While America's sending troops, they sending troops to somewhat see that, the cover story, to see that the civilians get out safely. Meanwhile, they going in strapped up. We already know where that's going, right? I mean, the media, the mainstream media is a trip. They tell you one thing, but we all know there's more than that, right? This thing is heating up, and these prophecies are playing out fast, man. This thing is happening very fast, man. We're gonna switch gears back to 2nd Ezra's. We're gonna go back to 2nd Ezra's. Now we're gonna jump to the 15th chapter, starting at the we're going to start at verse 3. Dealing with, obviously, the agenda that's going on, right? Dealing with this mad agenda that's still being pushed, as annoying as it ever. Right? 2nd Ezra 15, verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Dealing with the elites, powers that be, or the old creature behind the curtain from the top. 2nd Ezra 15, verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. That's, the plot against chiefly the 12 tribes of Israel. The awoke 12 tribes of Israel that's walking in the spirit of the Most High, truth and prophecy. They after us, family. They trying to take us. The Most High going to destroy them for that thing. But we can see plainly the plot is against the remnant chosen that's calling on our power to save us, man. That was verse 3. 2nd Ezra 15, verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Right? That's really dealing with this could actually go into the Israelite community, brothers and sisters that know the Israel, but they kind of lukewarm in it. You know what I'm saying? We can't be lukewarm, especially in these times we in. Because if you're lukewarm, you know, Most High, I think that's Revelation, the 3rd chapter. I forget which one it is. If you're lukewarm, he's going to cut you out. But it also applies to 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. It says again, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. We're going to jump to verse 5. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Let's read that again. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Let's get a precept. Let's take a precept onto that, man. Right? Let's just go to the classic. Y'all know where I'm going. The classic in Matthew 24 and verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Matthew 24, verse 8. All these are the beginnings of sorrows. Verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And this is chiefly dealing with the Israelite community that's strict in this walk in these last days. The hopeful elect that's just committed to this walk, man. They coming at us the hardest. They don't want us. You know, these heathens are the worst, man. Starting with Esau Edom, man. The devil that the Bible speaks of, man. They don't want us to go back to Zion, but they want to keep us oppressed here in Babylon the Great. That even makes sense, man. They don't want us to go back to where we belong in Zion, but they want to hold us hostage here and oppress the hell out of us, man. And call us a hate group, call us a terrorist group for calling on the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the power of Israel, and call us a terrorist group. Do that even make sense? You know, it is what it is for the so-called white man, woman, and child, man. We gonna keep pushing this truth, man. Don't give a damn what the elites plotting, man. We don't give a damn about that. We want to get out of here. And for them troopers worldwide, all them camps, boots on the ground, the brothers is out there doing this work. Look, man, we all have that in common. We want to get out of here, man. This place is sick. This place, America, the United States, this is a sick place, man. And I'm not just saying that to say it. Just the history. Brothers came with no court cases. Myself, I'm talking to everybody. And the whole thing is set up to keep us oppressed, man. So why would we want to stay here? That's why the Most High judging this wicked place, man. All praises, you know. That's why he judging this place, man. Why would we want to be here? There's not enough money to print to top immortality, man. And the goal for this run is immortality, man. For those of us that truly believe. We want out this thing, man. We don't want to be a part of this system no more, man. This upside down system, man. Damn. It's like a bad Batman film, man. Got Harley Quinn and Joker for your damn president. Just saying. That's how bad it is here, man. It's bad here. And the main target of the agenda right now is the Hebrew Israelites. That's keeping it true. Right? So it don't make no sense here, man. It don't make no sense for us to try to cleave to these oppressors, man. You got them goofball groups out there that's teaching that these people not the enemy, and they going y'all can stay here. Y'all gonna watch a nice shining star look like a little shooting star. That thing gonna come down and burn y'all away, man. And sell out agent groups in our midst, man. We gotta get out of here, man. We gonna keep teaching this truth, man. We don't care what plot is going on out there. We want to get out of here, man. Cause they done us so dirty, man. They done us so dirty, and they continue to keep that wicked trend going. So we can't be in the midst of this, man. It don't make no sense, man. Even if you get money and wealth, what's the point? It don't make no sense here, man. It don't make no sense, man. This not our rest, man. Let's get that Micah 2:10 now that I said that. This place is not our rest, and we deserve better. And the Most High got immortality in the kingdom, man, dominion, eternal, man. There's not a lottery ticket on the books that could top this immortality the Most High have for us, man. Immortality, man. Rulership. Valleys, lands, man, everything. Wealth. You know, can't beat that. You know, I'm big on trucks. I drive a truck, you know. My old bucket now these days is definitely getting old. But there's not a truck out there that can top what the Most High have for us, man. Let's get the book of Micah 2:10. It reads, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction." And that is literal what's going on in this time. I digress. Right? I gotta read that again, man. This is the book of Micah 2:10. "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction." And that's literal today. That is literal with this agenda. The pimp and the prostitute. I'm gonna get into that in a little bit, man. That is literal, man. You know what? Let's go to the classic in Revelation 16, man. Now that I open my mouth, man. Revelation 16 and verse 2. "And the first went and poured out the vials upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image." Man, this is literal right now, man. Can't tell me we're not approaching our deliverance, man. Let me read that again. Revelation 16 and 2. "And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image." You know what's crazy, family? You know what's crazy? All those that took on the pimp and the prostitute agenda that's going viral today. You know, when these people go into certain stores, those little security things going off now. And I wonder why. I digress. But when you take on this agenda, yo, that thing bad, man. There's nothing good about that. And I say it once and I say it again. If you in this truth, do your best to avoid it. the Most High said no cutting of the flesh, man. And these elites, they're not gods, man. They're criminals, bro. That's their agenda, to keep you a good slave, or in this case, a good test subject. Damn iRobot, Cyborg 2021-22. Salakia. You think they give a damn about your health? That's all about an agenda, man. This is why you follow thus said the Lord and not some wicked creature in a suit, man. Because these people hate your guts. And sadly, 2 parts of our people hate your guts too, man. Because them the coons you see on the damn commercials promoting it with sellouts in Hollywood as well. And entertainers, man. You say no to that thing, man. You fight that the best you can, man. You try not to ever submit to that, man. Because you just don't know what you're putting in there, man. You contaminating your temple. That's, just pray, fast, intermediate fast. Just do what you got to do to pray the Most High, especially in these times we in, have mercy on you, man. That he fend them demons somewhere else and not to you or towards you, man. Because that's serious. And that thing, we'll probably deal with that to the day of the Lord, so it ain't going nowhere. Just a FYI on that, But these so-called white people, man, they're going to pay for what they've done to us as a nation of people, man. Let's get the classic in Exodus 21:16, man. Let's deal with the classic, man. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 16. It reads this: "And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hands, he shall surely be put to death." And this don't just go for Esau. This don't just go for Esau either, man. This go for all them heathens, man. Them wicked Hamites that pulled the Jake's out of Negro land. When you go into that history, Jake has set up shop there, man. Jake has set up shop through a lot of parts of what we call Africa, man. And them filthy terrorist Hamites, them nasty Africans, man. Y'all know I can't stand them creatures, man. They're not our people, man. They worked with the Grecians, man. And the Grecians, I believe that's the book of Joel. You can also get that in Psalms 83, man. Dealing with the nasty heathens, man. How they had crafty counsel and rounded us up. First, Spain. You had that Sub-Sahara. You're dealing with Ishmael. Then you had the historic one, 1619. They were shipping Jake. You had the damn Moabites. I forget the name of that Chinese slave trade. What Moab was shipping us off. The Europeans. They all shipped us away, man. And it's funny, in 2021, all the rich of their people all lined up with these elites to keep us down, man. So it disgusts me. You got groups in our community teaching that we need to pray for them and get close to them and gather. Are you stupid? I'm not gathering with them, man. The hell with them, man. We don't want these people around us, man. And for all you little soft Christianity groups claiming Israel, man, get away from these. Just get out of our community, man. Get away from us, man. Because we're not moving in that vibe. The hell with your Babylonian doctrine, man. We want to get delivered out of this wicked land. It's set to blaze anyway, man. Right? We'll read this again. Exodus 21:16. "And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death." And all the nations are responsible, man. Chiefly the so-called white man, woman, and child. Esau, Edom. Chiefly the Edomite, man. Because right now, they still pushing their wickedness. Full speed ahead, right? 24/7 plotting to jam up Jake, man. To jam us up. And they already being confounded with these plagues that's getting between them. But that true judgment day gonna hit them too, man. And that's gonna be the end all be all. Slack you. That's gonna be the end of their rulership over God's creation. Only thing these people worship is the devil, and they love death, man. They love bloodshed. They hate, they're anti-life, man. All of them. They hate God. They hate God's chosen people. And they're trying their best to exterminate us, but the Most High is going to exterminate them. It's dealing with Esau, Edom. When you open the book of Obadiah 1 and 18, it's going to be good night. That's also supported by Job 25 through 9. Job 25 and through verse 9. Y'all going to get exterminated, man, because we have every right as a nation of people, talking about the elect remnant, the hopeful elect remnant, to call on our power to get us out this wicked land. We've had enough, and, let the Most High will be done, Let's go back to 2nd Ezra 15. We're going to drop down to the 11th verse. This is a classic right here. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Let's read that again. It's for you white supremacists, man. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Right? And we're seeing that. You got Australia's finished, man. That place might just, man, the Most High doing a serious punishment. You got the farm plague, the mice plague, the fires. It's just chaos over there. The farmland here in Babylon the Great. You got China flooded out, Europe flooded out. Right now, Babylon the Great getting hit with hurricanes. The Most High is just working wonders, man. And there's nothing an ugly white suit can do to stop this judgment, man. Except be angry and like that brother teach from that camp in Alabama. They just falling, man. And they angry, but that's too bad. The Most High is judging this place, man. He judging this place, man. And we should be excited, man. We getting closer and closer to seeing this day, man. Our foreparents in the ancient world, they were asking in the time when the Mashiach was here. But it just wasn't the time then. But we live in it. We should be very excited, man. To, enter in, God willing, hopeful elect, to enter into this covenant and on to immortality, man. Right? I want to read 2nd Ezra 15 and 12. Egypt shall mourn, Babylon the Great, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it. You can't make this stuff up, man. We watching this place get destroyed by the Most High of Israel, man. We watching the power of Israel devour this place. One brother did the video. It's a good teacher. The second Exodus, he did like 3 videos, man. I forget his name. Powerful brother, man. The brother said in one of the videos, man, we got to get out the way and just do this work, man. Don't get caught up in the ways of the system, man. We are watching the fall of our oppressors, man. All praise to the Most High, man. All praises. We watching the Most High just devour these monsters, man. They're a bunch of vile demons, man, that's trying to kill us and themselves. That's bad, right? We're going to go down to, let's go to Revelations 11 and 8 quick fast. I'm winding it down. It's getting almost to my time. I don't want the video to be too long. Revelations 11. We're going to go to the book of Revelations 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, Babylon the Great, where also our Lord was crucified. I'm going to read it straight through. Revelations 11 and 8. and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. We're in that so-called great city today. It's not great now with this aftermath and this agenda. If you check the news, the census put out a report recently that the numbers of Babylon the Great, the people fleeing now, man. The numbers are declining, man. The ratings were at an all-time low for the Olympics. All the things the other nations used to come here and enjoy this place, it's all on a decline, man. That's why I opened this video up about Afghanistan, man. Why you have these elites pushing war? Because they desperate, man. They desperate. And that's going to backfire. That's even going to backfire. Their last hope would be a world war because they could collect the money from all the damages and keep that wicked agenda going. But the Most High are going to get between that. We all know that. That's why we need to continue to teach, do this work, pray fast, wake up the lost sheep, and watch the Most High. God willing in our lifetime. God willing in our lifetime and soon. Watch the Most High crack the skies open. Deliver us. And from atop, watch this place burn, man. That's the only judgment coming to so-called America. Because it's that evil, man. It's an evil, evil place. There's not a kingdom recorded like Babylon the Great. This place is wicked, man. No kingdom could top the wickedness of this land we're on right now. In these last days, man. Right? Let's go. We're going to go back to 2nd Ezra 15. Winding down. I'm trying to shut it down pretty soon. 2nd Ezra 15. We're just gonna finish back from the 13th verse now. 2nd Ezra 15 and 13. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting in hell and with fearful constellation. Verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Isn't this not a scary time for everybody? Right? Verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draw it nigh. One people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And that goes back into these militant groups, man. When all hell break loose, man, I said this in the previous video, man. You think martial law troops and the UN going to just round up everybody? That's not happening, man. It's going to be a civil war, epic proportions. But for the 12 tribes of Israel, that's not for us. Let them kill each other, man. That civil war that look like it's going to play out, that's not for us. Let them slay each other, man. This is not us. This is not our land, man. Our foreparents were forced here. Let them have their civil war. In the midst of this civil war, a nuke gonna land on top of all of them. Okay? This is not our place. Let them fight and all get devoured. That's what's gonna happen, man. We just gotta keep pushing this truth on these street corners, man. All the camps out there in Marshall Yashala, man. All camps. Just keep doing this work, man. And watch the Most High set the stage and deliver us, man. That's it. We almost done. We're going to go to 2nd Ezra 16. We're going to go to 2nd Ezra 16 and the 5th verse. I'm almost done. Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? From the top. 2nd Ezra 16 and 5. Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? The Most High telling you there's not a vessel down here. that could stop this, man. Our Lord and Savior is coming to our aid by way of the Father. And we all know He's going to send His Son with the angelic forces to just finish this place off, man. That's why I say we need to be rejoicing and doing this work. That's it. That is it, man. Because these heathen, man, they done, bro. We just got to hold on. 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. Right? And the plagues are here. Let's go to verse 18. 2nd Ezra 16, 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great debt. We're seeing that with the aftermath of that agenda. I digress. Read that again. 2nd Ezra 16, 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great debt, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils, again the agenda. What shall I do when these evils come? Verse 19, Slakia. 2nd Ezra 16, 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourge for amendment. And this is the Most High getting back at all these wicked heathens, man, for, punishing or call themselves dismantling God's chosen people, belittling us, cause niggas spick, looking at us like we some damn skid mark on the road, treating us like the lows of the planet Earth, and we kings and priests, and our mighty daughters of Zion. These are the queens and princesses of the earth, and they doing us dirty. You got Amalek prostituting our sisters out in these hip-hop videos, and they all thought they were going to get away, but now we see the Most High fighting in our behalf, man. Okay? I'm going to read 2nd Ezra 16 and 20. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. So in their wickedness, they're going to get shut down, man. And we watching the Most High, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob do it right in front of our face, man. That's why it's urgent we keep teaching this truth, man. That's it. Just keep teaching on these street corners, man, and do this work, family. Just keep doing this work so we could get out of here, man. So we could get the hell out of here and go to our rest. Right? In Zion, man. The new world, man. The kingdom. Not this poison landmass called Babylon the Great, a.k.a. North America. This place is finished, man. This place is finished. Ain't a damn thing a white supremacist could do about it. Them and their sick agenda, man. This place is finished, man. By Shema Mashiach Yahushua, man. This place is done. Khan? I'm almost done. We're going to deal with the probability of lockdowns and restrictions. I always bring out this monster, this madman. Hell's Gates. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Hell's Gates was very close to this well, he's gone now. They killed him. Hell's Gates was connected to Epstein, man. He was connected to Epstein and all the others in that circle. But Epstein was heavy on. I mean, dude, this is sick, man. How do you plot to kidnap little children, have little children? Some brothers brought a video, Epstein Island, full of mainly Israelite children, even children from other nations. And God only knows what this guy was doing to these kids. And there was high-end suits attached to this guy, chiefly Hell's Gates, man. These banker families. Why, when y'all see in any city across the world, you got pictures of children missing, man? You think that's some sudden thing? Yo, they behind that thing, man. And it's funny with this agenda, even with the CDC admitting certain things regarding the harlot and the pimp, and all that smoke that come with that. Why, with all the truth coming out of the House Committee, I encouraged the Israelite community to watch some of them hearings regarding the truth about this so-called CDC, how they basically being exposed for being a criminal setup at this point, man. Why that's not shut down, and why there's not arrest made to that bastard Hell Gates, man. You know how many lawsuits were set up against him, that little Keebler elf, this guy, Fauci, whatever the hell his name is, man. All the lawsuits, people were taking stuff many, many years ago, and you know what the outcome was, man. You would think with the so-called Department of Justice, by the way, that's not for us 12, man. That's not for the 12 tribes. That's for the oppressors that stole this land. Because we ain't have no laws here. When you read the so-called Constitution, or just go to the 13th Amendment, ain't no Negro in America had no laws, no damn way. Not under these white supremacists. We don't have that. We had the most high power, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and that's our protection, man. And he gonna give us rest and immortality very soon. But it's just sad in August 2021, how they have the true evidence out against these high-end suits and not one arrest made. But when you go into it, the brother from IUIC, man, he did a must-watch video, man. The brother, Deacon ASAP, he did a video a week ago, man. I encourage y'all to watch that thing, man. You know, I'm not against, the camps that's teaching this truth about these oppressors being our foe, and we rubbing it in their face with these scriptures, man. I stand with all these groups. I ain't got time to debate doctrine and names. It's all about one movement and one body for us to be delivered. And the brothers in purple, they do a damn good job of that, man. But the brother Deacon ASAP did a great video recently. I encourage y'all to watch it. This is from Sabbath past. It's a Friday ago. I encourage y'all to watch that thing, because that speaks for itself, man. That speaks for itself, man. And them brothers, they Sunday through Sunday, man. They don't stop. And I salute the brothers, man. The brother Nate, all them brothers, the mighty brothers, man. Let them do what they do. The camps of Yashala do what we do. The mighty men of GMS, man. Y'all just keep teaching this truth, man, so we could get out of here. We got to get out of this wicked land, man. The best we could do is teach this truth and wake up our people, right? So it's about to close down, man. Let's go to the book. I'm always going to bring. Hold up. Let me read this verse. I don't know if this is what I want. Let's read it. Let's see. Slakia. Let me see. This is the book of Luke 17 and verse 34. I'm going to read this. This is the book of Luke, chapter 17 and verse 34. I tell you, in that night there shall be two men in one bed. The one shall be taken, and the other shall be left. Verse 35. Two women shall be grinding together. The one shall be taken, and the other left. Verse 36. Two men shall be in the field. The one shall be taken, and the other left. Y'all know what that's going into, right? Even in these crazy times we're living in, the judgment day going to eventually pop off. Right? So the Most High, He going to deliver those He chooses to deliver. You know, if you're not found, you know, I believe the taking. The parable is, I believe, if you left, you die, right? Because I believe that's also dealing with the deliverance when the Most High say, "Come up hither." You know, so there's still going to be some sort of activities in certain parts of the world, and the Most High gonna sound off this trumpet and deliver us, man. So we getting closer and closer to these last seals. I believe a couple of seals still remain. We're not out just yet, but with this war in Afghanistan, that's going to spread into a bigger war, which look like that's playing out. Slakia. We're going to watch a greater war manifest into that final seal with the nukes, ICBMs, and the destruction. And Most High willing the covenant for us doing this work in the humbleness and sincerity. Let me read a couple more. Let's go to Matthews. Let's get that Matthews, I believe. One moment. Matthews 24 and 40, I believe. It reads, Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. Let's go to 41. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, synonymous with Luke. The one shall be taken and the other left. So there's going to be one hell of a deliverance coming, man. There's going to be one hell of a deliverance, man. And as long as we teach this truth and wake up the people, we doing our part, man. But there's this. You know, brothers got to do it in the spirit of Christ, or the Hamashiach Yahushai. We got to do it with a welcoming, humbling spirit towards one another. So I'm going to close down with these last ones. Let's go into the book of John. 1 John 4. It's one of my favorite books. 1 John 4 and 18. 1 John 4 verse 18. There is no fear in love, but perfect love cast out fear, because fear had torment. He that feared is not made in perfect love. Verse 19. We love him because he is Slaki, because he first loved us. 1 John 4 verse 20. If a man say, I love God, and hated his brother, he is a liar. For he that loved not his brother whom he had seen, how can he love God whom he had not seen? That's a cold-blooded precept right there. Let me read that again. If a man say, I love God, and hated his brother, he is a liar. For he that loved not his brother whom he had seen, how can he love God whom he had not seen? So we have to love one another through this work in righteousness, man. But love, I always bring this out at the end of my videos. We have to love one another and not have hatred against one another. We don't have a king yet. He's coming. But we don't have our leader before us just yet. Like, with the naked eye, if you know what I mean. He didn't crack the skies yet. So we got to operate in his spirit until further notice, you know what I'm saying? We got to love each other and put all the bickering on the side, all the slander. You know, social media is the worst. But you got mighty people that, you know, they operate with a carnal spirit. We can't do that. Not now, man. Not while the Most High visiting this place, destroying the enemy for us and trying to send us on our way. But with the hate and the bickering, you know, you end up on the left-hand side. You don't want that. Let's go to Leviticus. Chapter 19, verse 17, the classic. the legend. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, talking about another Hebrew Israelite, and not suffer sin upon him. Again, Leviticus 19:17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. Verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord. I'm going to read that again. Leviticus 19:18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord. One last time. Leviticus 19:18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord. And with that, I want to give all praise to the Most High Power Israel, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to the 12 tribes scattered, to all the mighty brothers, the elders teaching this work, the camps. Happy Sabbath. Shalom.